not be ready to see. We were listening to some videos earlier. My husband, I didn't listen to the video yet,
Yeah.
so you're gonna see
Yeah, this
my
video is
reaction in
crazy,
real
y'all.
time.
It's like, man, um, people really need to hear about this. I know everything that's going on right now with the elections, with everything that's happening right now, but this shocked me. I saw this video online, and I'm like, man, I got to share this with my wife. And I started to play, and she's like, no, I don't want to hear it. Let's just put it on live, and then I can react to it live. So that's what we're gonna do for the first like 5 minutes. So when you enter the chat, make sure you like the video. Shalom,
So I have a
shalom.
question for you. How did it make you feel when
Claudia,
you heard it? I want to
Bantu,
know how you
Lisa,
felt.
shalom, greetings, good morning. Ricky, shalom, 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 family. Hope all is well with everybody. But yeah, we gonna react to the video. I felt when the question that you just asked, I felt like, bruh, this is crazy.
A pit in your stomach? Is that how you felt?
No, just people just need to hear about it. We not in America, so it's like,
You
but
still
people in
empathize with
America,
them, like,
people in
ooh.
America, the sovereignty of America, the rulership of America is literally falling. So, this is
It's
what the
not existent.
kind of the video is about. And yeah, after we react, we talk about everything. So any questions, any comments, leave it below. And yeah, we just get to it. And then pretty soon you guys will see our face. So good morning, good night, good evening to you all. And yeah, we just get right into it. Make sure you like the video.
And
You got to put
share
your
it.
mic in.
Okay, my love.
Bet you didn't see this. This is the most important issue that's getting the least amount of attention relative to its importance and its impact on our country and on the American people. Later this week, the UN is going to hold a, quote, summit for the future. And they're going to produce, this is right from their website, an intergovernmentally negotiated, action-oriented pact for the future with a chapter on transforming global governance, ascending beyond the powers being sought by its.
And of course it wants to load. This is just the tip of it. So I know you guys heard a little
Agency,
bit
the
of it.
WHO, the UN is seeking even broader and more powerful authority, as you will hear a lot about today. The Biden-Harris administration apparently intends to fully support.
And this is not, we're not no politicians. We don't vote. We don't agree with Kamala or Trump. So, yeah, we are here and our office is sitting. So, when this guy is talking about the Democratic Party or Republican Party, we are the party
The
of the Most
surrender
High.
and compliance of the U.S. to the UN in these endeavors. They are aligned with the international globalists that hate America, that hate the Constitution, that hate our founders, that hate our founding Judeo-Christian principles, and they want America to become like the rest of the world. They don't want us to be subordinate to or governed by our Constitution. No, they want America to be subordinate to and governed by the UN, the World Health Assembly, and the WHO. And in fact, they intend to join with others at the UN summit this week to vote to award additional powers to the UN Secretary General. They seek to facilitate the evolution of the UN from an international.
This is a very interesting video. It's like
And I'm not sure when it was. It seemed like maybe earlier this year or
it's
something.
giving psyop the way they're talking about how they want the UN or the US to be subordinate to the UN,
Who?
but it's like they already are.
Yes,
They already are.
Cooperative body to an international governing body. These powers would be triggered by any one of a number of so-called global emergencies, whether it's a so-called climate emergency, a health emergency, a cyber emergency, or a gun violence emergency, whatever that's supposed to be, a financial emergency, or whatever they deem appropriate. And the Biden-Harris administration is in full agreement with the UN and the WHO on efforts to place us under their authority and require such things as their international health regulations, including the surveillance of U.S. citizens, the censoring of dissenting views, and much more. The American people didn't vote for this. They don't support this. And it's up to the people's representatives, that's us gathered here today, to have a responsibility to expose this and to reject this.
Okay, so let me just break this down. Because I think it's important to understand what's really going on. It's not only important, it's actually the most important thing for everyone to understand right now. And there's a reason why no one is talking about it. So what does this mean? Next week, the Biden administration is set to America's sovereignty to the UN, right, to the United Nations, which will, in essence, give our sovereignty to China, okay? Here's the crazy thing. China is actually considered what you can call a developing country, even though they're the second strongest economy behind America. So they're obviously not a developing country, but that's what they're defined as. And because of this treaty, we will, in essence, be giving our sovereignty to China. Okay? It gets worse. This will also make it so that the Secretary General of the UN has a standing. What that means is that in the event of
So that's very interesting.
I guess we can
I
start.
think so many things. I think
based on that,
a lot of different
now,
things
who determines
about
that?
this.
The World Health Organization. The World Health Organization would determine whether or not it is classified as a global shock, right? So what are some of those events? Climate change or a shock to the environment? Pandemics. High impact event including a bioweapon or a bioagent. A disruption of goods or services. And potentially a mass shooting.
The mesh. Okay. Wow.
In addition to this, it also requires that America, us, that we pay 5% of our total medical expense, which would be in the trillions, yearly. Now, I'm no mathematician, but as much debt as we have right now, I don't think we can afford to be paying trillions of dollars in addition to everything else, but what do I know? Bottom line is this. This is probably the most important and the most significant event that is taking place, and no one is talking about it. None of the politicians, none of the senators, none of the news outlets, no one. Okay? This is everything that people have talked about when it comes to New World Order. This would be the New World Order, whether you want to believe it or not. America's sovereignty would be in the hands of the World Health, the UN, the World Health Organization, and ultimately China. Yeah, that's not good. And once again, I want you to, for those people that are like, well, if that event happens, right? It's like, I want you to think about this fact. They would be the ones that determine whether or not that event, whatever that event is in the future, can be considered enough of a...
That's it. Yeah, that was a video.
My
do you
thoughts are
think?
just like so many things are coming to mind. So basically, my brain split what he's saying into two parts. I think the video is sort of psyop-ish. As somebody that majored in psychology, I think it has a little bit of psyops to it in part one. Part two, I think, is what they're just outright saying that's going to be reality and that they're surprised about. Part one, they want you to think that America is not part of the United Nations. America helped create the United Nations.
Yeah,
After World War II, America has always been the daughter of Great Britain. Like, let's get that correct. So when America was instituted in 1776, and when they came over, taking our ancestors in 1619 from the coast of West Africa, from Angola, from, you know, some of them even came from Congo and Tanzania due to the different slave trade routes, because they were able to take them from the west side of Tanzania and go through Congo and go out the west. And then if they were in Kenya, they were able to take them through the Swahili coast. But that's neither here nor there for this video. But America as an institution was always the daughter of Great Britain and was always under British rulership. Always. America was never the land of the free, the home of the brave. That's just a propaganda. Like, it was always going to be under the monarch of Great Britain. Like, let's just get that correct. That's just how it is. Like, look at the flags. Those flags, it comes from Great Britain. So the United Nations is compiled of America, Britain, Germany, Belgium, and France for the most part. We can double check that and look up those countries, but the United Nations is comprised of those countries. So part one of the video, I think most Americans don't know history, because his response during phase one of that video, he acts like he didn't know that America's a part of the United Nations and has to obey the Great British monarch. These are things we as Americans should know.
I think I get what you're saying. Yes, America is part of it, but America is kind of like the hand over it in a way. So when he was talking, it's like, okay, now they about to be, they're not the hand anymore. They're not the rulership. They really don't have an important say so in the UN and stuff. Now,
Did they
now,
ever?
now other. I mean, of course it wasn't supposed to be like that, but that's how it was. So America's rulership is falling down, and there's other countries that's going to be over America that has a more powerful say so. So when I was listening to it, that's what came in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And that's just part one of the video. In part two, because that was just like phase one of the video. Part two, he's talking about how the United Nations is bringing in China. I think that's the actual legitimate switch. That's the legitimate part that is new, because in decades before, China wasn't a heavy player, but they slowly started creeping in. The first way China was able to creep in like this across the world, they manufacture and produce everything in America, in Africa, in India, in Dubai. China is the producer of the earth. Okay, so they're able to put people in debt. Once you put people in debt, the Bible says in Deuteronomy, the borrower is slave to the lender. We did another video a few weeks ago how America is hundreds of millions, trillions, billions in debt to who? Not Great Britain, China. It's like America is owned by China, Japan, and Great Britain. Why do we say that? We did a video on that alive a few weeks ago, how those are the top 3 countries that America owes debt to. Now, it used to be just Great Britain, like I was saying, because Great Britain, America's the daughter of Great Britain. We shouldn't see America as separate from Europe. We shouldn't see America as a separate entity than Great Britain. They are all arms of the same tree. They're all branches of the same tree. The ancient Roman Empire, it just phases into different names and different things, but the root is that root. But the new phase is China. And with this election, you don't have a choice with the election, because it's already bought out. It's already First of all, America's never been in control of itself.
I'm trying to see.
Number one. If you repeat it enough, you'll start to believe it. But the reality is, when you look at who really owns it, it goes back to the monarchs of Great Britain, Germany, France, Belgium.
Yeah.
This is why history is so critical.
It's deep. If you don't know the history, because I believe Britain made, because it's like the kingdom of Britain or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
yes, the last kingdom on earth, I think.
Yeah, so basically they passed a law to the whole world where nobody can be called king, like a kingdom anymore.
The audacity. They're so funny.
So basically, America's a big bank.
Oh, gosh.
America's a big bank.
You're looking at the results, seeing
Yeah,
who's winning.
I'm trying to, because I know just from our experience being in the States and stuff, I think it's around this time, maybe like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, to the results come out. So, yeah, guys, if you guys know anything about the election, let us know if we be late with it. Yes.
Who y'all think is gonna win the election?
I don't know if we can ask that.
Yeah, you can. You can ask that. Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
But you know, this is a great time for our people because based on the title, talking about the election, and then you know what next. With that video being played, it's a great time to have your eyes open. It's an excellent time to have your eyes open and discern what's happening. I had to take notes on that one, y'all. Y'all see my notes? I had to take notes on that video. The United Nations Great Britain. I'm like, I need to write down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're not discerning and understanding what's happening, there is a shift in power. So the European structure that has been, you know, in control for, you know, a while is going to deplete of power. So that is the shift where China and Japan are going to be the heavy hitters. Why? Because economically, they're the heavy hitters across the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say Trump just won.
He just won. He won the electoral vote, which means he won like the main House vote, I believe.
No, I think it's like. Please let me know if I'm wrong, guys. I think, cause I'm just going through to a certain news channel on YouTube, and people commenting, and they saying Trump. Congratulations, President Trump. So, I like to wait a little bit, but I think that's
That's so funny. Oh, Fox called it for Trump. The Senate turned red, 51 seats. They called it. He's the president, y'all. He won.
Wow.
He won. He's your new president.
Look.
I thought Kamala was gonna win.
No, I remember what I said.
What?
To president. I can't. I don't know what to say now. Since he president.
Bitcoin 75.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we was just talking about that for Bitcoin.
Oh,
Doge is going crazy now.
that's
like
funny.
So I think I told Ricky this too. I messaged Ricky and told him, hey, I think this is gonna happen. And Trump got to be careful because I still believe that Kamala will be president before he get inaugurated into the White House.
This
inaugurated
is such a mess.
into being president. So I'm not sure how that would look, but I'm pretty sure you guys can imagine what
could go down.
What could go down, especially the last couple times that something or somebody was trying to do something to the president.
To the folks.
Yeah.
To the folks. Okay, that's I think between now and inauguration, our people should really be considering, okay, how much longer do I want to stay here? You know, how much longer? That's like here's the election result. You know, we actually got to say it live. You said it like you can schedule it at the right time. If we go live in an hour, we were talking about that this morning, then you'll see what they're calling it right now. So that's cool. We got to get online right at this time and have our real reactions that are like, read the comments. Where are the comments?
Thank you, Lord Jesus Trump. It's not funny, babe. Why are you laughing? These are the comments that I'm seeing. Jesus, God bless America. I love my country. Congratulations. Love Trump. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Congratulations, Trump. Family worldwide. 45, 47, baby.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's people from all around the world that's coming too. It's so crazy how like the whole world pay attention to this.
They have to. It goes back to the video we just watched.
Yeah.
The Europeans have to pay attention because he's like the last leg that represents that branch. Like, Europe knows this. This isn't a secret in Europe. Everybody's like, oh yeah, America's the daughter of Great Britain. Duh.
That's me.
Everybody knows that. So
nice.
somebody that's from India winning would be seen as like, oh, this is along like the Asia, China, Japan having that ownership. Oh wow, Gigi, thank you.
This is what G comes to us with.
You like looking at your mommy and daddy?
You
You're
show
so
him?
cute. Wow. Thank you, Gigi.
Yeah. Yeah, pump.
That's what they're saying?
No, that's what I'm saying.
What is that?
The people that know, the people that know what I just said will know. Pump, pump, pump. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know what that means.
It's about like Bitcoin. You see, Bitcoin is at an all-time high. Trump is more of this digital asset type thing, and everybody just the people that invest in Bitcoin and stuff like that and cryptocurrency.
Sit
It's
down here.
gonna be pumping because obviously he was paying with Bitcoin at bars and stuff, and I think he paid his fee, his court fees with Bitcoin too. So pump, pump, pump. Dang, we might have to buy his coin.
I'm not investing in that.
Cause it's about to go crazy. Yeah.
This is a whole cloud village. I'm laughing. This time is really getting played. Facts.
Yeah.
It's like a show. I feel like I'm watching a show, and even more so when you're outside of America looking at it, it's like, and the whole world just watches. Like, they're just like, who's gonna? I've seen like a few African broadcast news channels are like, who's gonna win? As if like everybody has a stake in it, and it's just really interesting. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. This is going to be an interesting time up to the election, up to the inauguration. It is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I heard people saying earlier, they were like, they think the Democrats are going to be rioting in the streets. Perhaps, you know, it's just going to be very interesting. It's going to be like, okay, let's see what's next. Just like a movie, you're just waiting to see what's next.
Yeah.
What do y'all think is next? Leave a comment. What do you think is next in the next 12 weeks, let's say? In the next 12 weeks.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, like I don't know how to feel because some stuff is really about to go down, and you got to be prepared. Especially if you're in America, you gotta like, I don't know, explain it.
You gotta leave.
Like I feel like I'm in America, like dang,
I feel like I'm in America.
I'm so worried for what's about
You
to
gotta
happen.
try to figure out what to do.
Yeah, like dang, like what's really about to be going down.
Yeah.
Like that's how I'm like thinking right now. I can't even think straight because it's like wow, like okay, like what's next? What's really next? Like really.
Chaos. It was going to be chaos either way, whether, you know, Kamala won or Trump won. Somebody was going to go into chaos because that's like we were talking about earlier. That's just the feeling of America. That's the feeling. That's how it was created to be. Revelation says those who kill by the sword will die by the sword. Those who put into captivity will go into captivity. That's just what it is. That's just a spiritual law. Like, so if that's the inception, that's what it's going to continue to produce over time. If you look back at each decade, you can find these instances of extreme violence in America, but then we always call this a first world country. And it's like, it has never been a first world country. To me, what I would consider a first world country, peace and stability. When I talk about stability, I mean non-violence. Like, it's not serial killers all over. It's not insane riots. It's not, you know, our ancestors and our grandparents who were getting chased by dogs and hosed down by these fire hydrants. That's, to me, that doesn't scream first world country. But I'm someone, I'm a very alternative thinker. Like, what you tell me, I'm gonna really take it with a grain of salt and analyze from my own brain and see, do I agree with this vocabulary that you're giving me?
Yeah,
because your vocabulary ain't matching the definition.
You definitely got to step out of a so-called first world country to realize what a first world country is actually like.
Yeah, I'm living in a first world country.
Yeah, exactly. Me
Straight
too.
up.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm just letting them know. You just gotta let them know, because it's like, it was actually funny. I was reading a comment yesterday from somebody from West Africa who moved to America, and they saw the vlog we did recently, and they're like, wow, that country's very developed. Is it only like that in the capital city? And we don't even live in the capital city. Like, not all countries in Africa are made equal. Every country's diverse and different. Every single country.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video probably after this and talk about it, because we got a nice
On members
story.
or?
No, just
For the
public talk.
okay.
Because that was a good viewpoint from a local in a a more developed country going to another African country that's not, it's developed, but the local life is different.
It's filled with corruption. That's the
Yeah.
difference. You
Yeah.
can see he really cemented for us, like, okay, you can see how critical it is having corruption in a country,
Yeah.
especially in Africa.
It falls
It
all the way
breeds
down.
into every single interaction.
And I was like, dang, like, he's a local African and he went to another African country and talking like wow, like we would talk when we
He was
first
like,
got
what is
here
going
to
on here?
Africa. Like, it's a shock when you first get here to Africa. You like, man, you know, you go try to get some street food, you see flies flying around and stuff. You know, like, hey, you gonna change the oil in the fries for the fries? No. So it's like it's a shock to some people, but an actual local African went to visit another African country and was talking like wow, like that
Every
really,
country is
yeah.
different. Every single
country
one.
is different.
Even Africans born on the continent don't know that unless they've traveled.
Exactly.
You know, if they left, you know, let's say Kenya to go to America but never went to any other African countries, they'll have a very skewed view of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, versus someone like, you know, we lived in America, we lived in Tanzania, we traveled to Kenya, traveled to Zambia, living in Southern Africa now. So it's like we've seen and will continue to see a pretty diverse perspective of the continent to be able to allow our children to see, okay, where should I go? Where are we going to invest? Where are they going to expand? Because, you know, we have 5 children. If each of them has 4 children, that's 20 grandchildren. That's a lot of people being dispersed for the next generation.
Exactly.
That are going to have to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody said they didn't. I did not vote. I want, like, who voted that's watching this? Who voted on the for the U.S. election? Who really voted?
Faith and Yah dialogue, that's what they are saying is too close to call the electoral votes, which is what truly elects the president. That's what I was going to say. I was like, I don't think that counts as the actual, like, them saying, hey, this is the president, because
That's
you can
true.
win the House, but somebody else can win the electoral. That has happened multiple times. So it appears that he will win, but they may still flip it. It may still flip to where they're like, oh, it's Kamala.
Yeah, you never know with the U.S.
Because they have those 2 different, basically 2 different jurisdictions of the Senate. That's
Yeah.
like, it could be the House, but it's also the Electoral College, which is this group. I think it's like 10 people that sit up in the Electoral College thing and decide. But it will be so interesting because, that video was very timely for the election. Because
Yeah.
I think that latter part of the video, part 2, is really going to kick in, and you're going to see who's really controlling things. You're going to see who's really in control. And, you know, it just is what it is. Either way, you need to be thinking, okay, how can I get out of America? We were just talking earlier how on our Instagram, by the way, feel free to follow Journey_real estate, our Instagram. How so many people are talking about leaving America now, and it's to the point people are like, I'm willing to go to Croatia and get a digital nomad visa. I'm willing to go to Spain. I'm willing to go to Cabo Verde. I'm willing to invest in Nigeria and diversify. I'm willing, especially our community now, is like, I don't care where I am on earth. I just don't want to be in America. They're like, I don't even care. It don't even matter what continent. It just can't be North America. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. If you want to be and feel like you're like out of the system, be an expat in another country.
Yeah.
Be a pilgrim on the earth, and you will feel like, whoo, I'm free.
Yeah. Really?
I'm not tied to none of this stuff. I pay you taxes. That's it. Give Caesar what's due to Caesar, and give Yah what's due to Yah.
Really? But I asked that question, like, who voted, because it happens every time. You always vote. Your vote counts. And the people that voted wanted to ask, did your vote really count?
They just want people to be engaged.
Yeah.
Because when people disengage, that shows them, oh, these are free thinkers. If you're engaged, you're like, oh, I still believe in the American democracy.
Yeah, it's about change. You know, make America slave again, make America great again. That's what it's about to be.
It already is. I mean, when you owe that kind of debt, you're not really free. When you owe that mass amount of debt, mm-mm. Americans ain't feeling free when they got these crazy mortgages, crazy car insurance payments, crazy house insurance payments, crazy food. If you can't even grow food in your backyard without somebody coming up, why are you growing that food? You can't even look.
You can't even have 5
Rainwater,
chickens. Yeah, you can't
chicken.
even collect rainwater. It's so
Can't
much
do none of
where
that.
they just
That's not
try.
freedom.
They really try to take the freedom away from. They say America's the land of the free, but it's really not. Like you can't
It's just
even
a ploy.
collect rainwater. You can't even have a garden in your back. You gotta have a small garden in your backyard. You can't even do a lot of stuff. You can't have chickens. Like you come here to Africa, that's all you see. Is people. That's like a must in a way. That it makes sense to have chickens. It makes sense to have plants growing, vegetables and stuff, and sugar cane in your yard and stuff like that, corn in your yard and stuff, maize. So it's just a different world outside of America, and we just want everybody to experience that because we really believe that it's really about to go down. It's about to get crazy.
It's been crazy.
It's about
But
to
yeah, it's
be
about to
even
go
more
further
crazy.
into turmoil.
Because chaos has to happen all around the world. It has to be chaos everywhere. But there is a place where the Most High is going to protect his people. So I don't think Babylon, America is the place. It's really about to go down.
It's not the place. 100%
Something
not.
about to
It ain't
happen.
never been the place.
And then they're talking about these news channels talking about, hey, it could be an attack on American soil because all the immigrants and stuff, it's not just immigrants from Mexico, it's immigrants from all around the world, from Iran. You get what I'm saying? So it's like something about to happen.
Yeah, and they
Something really about to
said
happen.
the National Guard is, posted up in different states and stuff, just getting
Yeah.
ready because they're anticipating
say
civil
somebody-
unrest.
They passed a law or something to shoot people.
Yeah, they passed a law recently. Look it up that they're able to retaliate against civilians and unalive them out of nowhere. It's just a law they passed, and I'm thinking they passed it because they know that civil unrest is coming, and so they'll be able to away with anything. So that way they can just be like, look, legally we're allowed to do that. It's a time of civil unrest. Just put these people down.
I'm telling you, it's about to go down. So just be prepared. Stock up on some food. Stock up on gas. Stock up on supplies. Start exercising because you never know what could go down. Where you have to be physically fit. You gotta stock up. Start boxing or something in your living room or something.
And just leave.
Do some self-defense stuff.
Just leave.
Because you really never know what could really go down. You just gotta be
Just
prepared.
leave. You don't have to live like that.
Yeah, just
you
leave.
really don't. You are worthy of stepping on that plane, getting your passport, and living your best life elsewhere. You are worthy of that. That is your birthright. That is your dominion. That came with your dominion in Genesis. Because dominion was given. But you first have to unlock your mind to even believe that that's possible. If you're sitting back saying, there ain't no possible way, well, for you, there won't be no way. Because your mindset is locking you. The mind is the most powerful tool on earth.
Yeah, really. Increasing his word like never before.
Yep.
Like really.
The mind is the most powerful tool, and you either feed it with the word, you feed it with scriptures, you feed it with what you need to further your existence and the existence of your legacy and your generations, or you feed it with stuff that will obliterate you. And we're seeing that in America. We're seeing that in the black population as well. When abortions are at sky-high rates, black women now will just, we need abortions! And it's like, Why are we fighting to literally kill ourselves off? That's not logical. That's a destruction mindset. So whenever somebody asks us, why won't you go back to America? Why would I go back to literal hell on earth? Why would I do that? To the place where the mindset is so low that you don't even care about the next generation and murdering children. That's a very low mindset. No matter how many times you want to say body rights and all these strange words that just literally mean nothing. What does that mean? What does that mean? You won't see nobody else on the face of this planet walk around for abortion, except maybe in Europe. But in Africa and India and some of these places, especially in the countries that can't repopulate, now they're in crisis. They're like, oh man, we're not repopulating. But our community that is so fertile and blessed will just be like, we'll just, I don't know, I don't understand it. It's just strange. So that's like number one, why leave America? Because it's spiritually dead and destitute. You can see the economy and say, oh, well, look at Microsoft, and we have Apple, and we have Trump Tower and the Statue of Liberty. See, it's a blessed place. And it's like, if you don't see in the spirit, child, I don't know what you're doing. You're seeing with physical eyes, but you're a spiritual being. Tap into the spirit and see what's real, what it really looks like. It looks like death and destruction in the spirit. It's given malice and all types of perverse and evil, unclean spirits, according to the book of Revelations. This is Babylon would be the kingdom that falls by having all these diverse, horrible spirits infiltrating it. Every foul spirit you can find under that American flag.
Yeah,
every single one.
It goes back to the beginning. It really goes back to the beginning. Because we were talking earlier how, like, I want to say a couple years ago, or recently, just say recently, they arrested a lot of rabbis, Jewish rabbis, for trafficking, human trafficking, for organ trafficking, like hundreds of rabbis. It was a whole connection. It was a whole community of them doing this. But people still think these people are the chosen people of the Most High.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about. Like they come out with stuff like that, and people just bypass it. Like, oh, well, that's normal. No, these people is above a lot of people. Is leading a lot of people in doing this. Where it's like, wow, that's so wicked. That's so evil. And they tell you right there, that's the foundation of America. Wicked and evil.
Absolutely, 100%, because their ancestors funded the slave trades.
Exactly.
Plural. Them and the Arabs, the ancient Arabs, they plotted together. There's like, look, y'all, we finna get rich off the back of these Africans. Let's go and traffic some of these ones. On the Swahili coast, on the West Coast. Oh, let's grab a few from Angola. If we get into this together, Psalms 83, by the way, we'll be rich. We'll be on top of the world. You control the oil. We'll control the companies over here, and we'll all traffic them. And then our people, we still don't wake up from this. We still don't wake up from history. These aren't conspiracies. This is literal history that everyone can find. They literally show you this. And then when you travel to East Africa and you begin to understand the dynamics, and it's like, oh, y'all did that same thing, but you did it earlier on the East African side. Okay, okay. So trafficking is the biggest business on earth. They will, as long as some of these people are in existence, they will try to traffic folks that look like us for our melanin, for our talent, for our abilities, and so that they can hopefully keep themselves up, because that's the mindset.
And they tell you right in that entertainment, the entertainment, the witchcraft, the spellcast. Because when you said that brought me back to Get Out, the movie Get Out, when they was voting to collect his eyes, and it was just like, wow, this is deep, because that's what they really do, is bet on people like that, and try to collect their organs because it's the best organs on the planet.
But our people will be like, well, you know, that was a good movie. Let's go to Thanksgiving dinner now. So you got to make a choice at some rate. You have to stop being a victim and say, you know what, I'm not a victim. When they went into the land, they said, we are more than conquerors. We are well and able to take the land. They didn't come into that land saying, well, you know, we were slaves in Egypt. That wasn't even a part of their identity anymore. They said, we are well and able to get the land to go into the promise. Abraham, when he went out and left his father's house, left his father behind and said, Tahor, you know, thank you for being my dad. That's great. But you and your idols, I'm going to have to depart from this because I've been given a promise. Can you imagine?
And then destruction can,
Can you imagine?
Ooh, man, like really.
I got to go out and get the promise. That's what we told our family. We told, look, 2020, we were like, look,
yeah,
it's been a great time.
And I'm glad like
But
most of our family understood, because at that time they already knew that we wasn't going to Thanksgiving dinner, we wasn't doing Christmas, we wasn't really going to people's birthdays and stuff like that. So it was just like, okay, they really believe in the Most High. So when we told them, like, you know, the Most High is telling us to do this, it's like, okay, we got everything in order. Are you sure? It's like, yeah, we good. We leaving.
Yep, we told them we won't be back. They said, what about funerals? We said no.
No.
Births, no. If you know, earthquake, no.
Yeah.
On the good side, if you get 500 acres, no. I won't be back for good or bad. I won't be back.
Yeah, and that,
good or bad.
That's the mindset you really gotta have. Like, you really gotta have that mindset of, no, I'm not coming back. If that's something that, because it's a lot of people
If
that
it's
say
something you've been given.
Yeah, a lot of people say they not going back, but when something happen like that, they go back. So
It's a cup that has to be given, though.
Yeah,
Many are called, few are chosen.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's just, for us, it wasn't like that.
Because we knew. We knew. We read Abraham's story, and we didn't just see it as something that was like, oh, that's such a cute story. No, we took that to heart. We were like, oh, wonderful. I'm a descendant of Abraham. Okay, so I should do what he did. Absolutely. Let me go walk in what he did. He didn't look, Abraham, he was called the father of faith, and he was revered all over the world in multiple religions because he had the capacity to not look back and just believe the promise. It didn't matter who was doing what, was saying what, who had idols going this way. When he walked through Egypt, it didn't matter what the Pharaohs was doing. And actually, the Most High caused Pharaoh to bless him. None of that stuff mattered to Abraham. His eye was focused on the dream and vision that the Most High downloaded into him when he was asleep. He didn't need to go around the town and ask nobody to validate it. He didn't need to go tell his grandpa, his dad, his friends down the road and say, you know, I just been none of that mattered to him. He was like, here. That's why the Most High called him a friend. Because he's like, I can speak to him and he's not going to go try and validate it across the world to everybody. He's just going to do it. That's the mode that we should be on. Just do it. If the Most High says go, go. Don't look back. If you look back, you're in disobedience. If that has been given to you.
Yeah.
That's just flat out. That's just, it is what it is. There's no other way around it. It's just the word. The word doesn't leave much room for these, I don't even know, for disobedience. I'll just put it like that. It just doesn't leave much room for that. And then for us, when we left in 2020, I was about to say in 1920, good deliverance. In 2020.
Yeah, our spirit left in 1920. It was not, even before we was born. Even before we was born, we was out of America. Think about that. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about that. Our spirit was already here.
Gosh, no, but even before we left, and we had 3 children, we have now 5 children. So we've seen the Most High literally increase and show us, hey, I'm with you. Hey, I'm with you. So for us, it would be the most foolish thing on the face of the planet to go and disrespect the Most High to his face and say, well, you know what, you did all these wonderful things, you did all these blessings and showed your mighty hand and your outstretched arm when I was dealing with corruption. You showed your mighty hand and outstretched arm when we were having children in our home and you were delivering the babies. You showed your mighty hand and outstretched arm when you were showing us dreams and visions before they came to class. And then to be like, well, I gotta go back to America. That's dumb.
Crazy.
We can never do that. As long as the Most High gives us the ability and mindset to never do that, then we would never do it.
That's it.
That's it.
And-
We gotta be like our forefather Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. We gotta go forth. That's it.
Hallelujah.
Ain't no other way.
Just like Alpha Wolfpack said. Hallelujah.
Ain't no other way to have it. Oh, hi
Shout out.
Alpha Wolf Pack.
Shout out to Alpha Wolfpack.
Yeah, it's a great subscriber.
Yes.
Our favorite by far.
Yeah, our oldest child. But yeah, thanks for the likes, guys. We have 45 likes and 44 people, so this is awesome. This is a good feeling. I know a lot of people probably switched off because you don't gotta switch off because we about to play the same thing. People about watch.
You know why I switched off? Because we started speaking the word. You know, sometimes you get people on here, but it's all right. We gonna speak it either way.
So I'm
They playing music?
yeah. This is Trump speech. So yeah, I'm gonna play it.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna play his
Zachariah. I was about to say Zachariah. Our daughter's name is Zachariah, so I'm
When,
trying to pronounce it. Zachariah.
I'm gonna play the beginning of his speech to see what he says. Dang, remember that song? The 4th of July?
Oh, they said he won the full election.
Yeah, he's about to speak.
Isn't it 4 a.m. there and he's about to speak?
I think. You know,
Dang, they're not playing, y'all. So he won the electoral and the House. He won everything. Trump.
Yeah, he's about to speak, so I'm trying to catch the beginning and see what he says, so just stay tuned, guys. But this song, remember?
Go
man,
show them the screen.
I'm pretty. That's too much. Cause we gotta be careful now. This is the president of the United States now.
He been the president.
This song needs to hit on the 4th of July.
I don't miss. I'm sorry. Hearing this
When
stuff,
was
I
that,
don't
like,
miss
when he was
nothing about
18?
it. Oh God.
They used to play
I don't
that.
miss none of that.
So
Oh man.
proud to be an American. Okay, here we go.
This is like killing my brain cells to watch right now. I'm sorry.
Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends in this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. Help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And to every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day, I will be fighting for you. With every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to do. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to
Donald Trump just won.
make America great again.
Donald Trump is the new president of the United States.
And in addition to having one of the battleground states, North Carolina, I love these places. Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. We are now winning in Michigan.
Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska, which would result in us carrying at least 315 electoral votes.
He did this parlay.
But it's much easier doing what the networks did or whoever called it, because there was no other path. There was no other path to victory. We also have won the popular vote. That was great.
You gonna keep playing it? It's giving me bad memories.
Chase, stop.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take care of no
She
more
said,
of that.
turn it off.
I can't take
Turn it
any
off.
more. I cannot.
Turn it off. I
Now you
can't.
don't see why I just can't step foot in that nation ever again. I'm out. Like, I just can't do it. I just have literally no desire.
That's why, man. Yeah. That's it. So, American people, that's your new president. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. I'm just like.
Really?
And the States is not saying who won yet. I'm sure. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they do a little bait and switch.
Yeah,
I
because
wouldn't put it past them.
the speech that we just played, it seemed like he did it before he even won or something.
Right.
It seemed very like Hollywood.
It says live though, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be live. Yeah, I wouldn't be. You know, it's so much. I'm not even gonna try to wrap my mind around it, y'all. Not even gonna try to wrap my mind around it because it's like they just do the absolute most in every circumstance, no matter what it is or who it is.
Yeah.
Baby car.
Just gotta be careful. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the live. It's at 11:33 p.m. in Cali. Wow.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's
12
it's
hours ahead of
yeah.
you. Wow.
Damn. It's literally 11:33 a.m. here.
They say he just feels like he hasn't been called. Wow.
Oh.
Ooh, what they gonna do if they say, all right, it's Kamala?
That's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
be
if they do that, we gotta go live right when they do it.
That's gonna be chaos.
Oh gosh.
So,
But
man.
well, they
Jeez.
get ready for cat. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them at this rate. You just don't know it's better to just y'all. I've seen our people that's like some that don't want to go to Africa. I ain't even mad no more. I just want every black person, because I'm talking to my community. White folks, y'all got options and they can go to Europe, but I want every black person to be out of America. I do, or to at least diversify so that you have some kind of leverage that exists elsewhere. You need some kind of leverage, some kind of network, some kind of investment, some kind of travel experience outside of North America. The best bet would be here in Africa. The best bet would be near the Mediterranean, near these areas than ancient times where the civilizations were thriving. Back to the origins, back to the beginning. But some want to go to Croatia and Spain. That's fine. I probably won't be in Croatia. But you know, at least you're outside of the West, outside of America. Y'all remember in 2016 they thought Hillary won and it went and woke up to bed it was Trump. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I remember instances like that. Like they'll think that somebody's winning, then it'd be like, whoop! Be like, psych, y'all voters not in control. They'd be like, so that's that, y'all. We gotta go do some homeschool, some writing. I have a lot of stuff to do today for our clients. We're in the busy season, guys. In the agency and Black Educators Amplify, we are in the busy season. But it makes sense. Entrepreneurs, more than even in 2020, people are like, look, I know I can't depend on this job. I know I can't depend on this economy. I'm gonna have to start my business and diversify.
Say hi.
Straight up.
Say hi.
Can you say hi, Zakaria?
She gave you guys a kiss. But yeah, we about to get off here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this live. And yeah, say hi. Say my name is G. Say hi, Zoe. There you go. She said hi to you guys. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Check the links in the description. Check the video that we uploaded yesterday with Black Educators Amplified. If you're interested in the programs that we provide, you know, join it. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll talk to you in the next live. Shalom, shalom.